Robbinsdale police are asking residents to be on alert after an attempted carjacking in a residential neighborhood. Police say the incident happened Sunday in the area of Indiana and 34th Avenues North. Robbinsdale police say a driver was pulled over and talking on his cell phone when a man, possibly a teen, tried to open his driver's side door. The victim says that person pulled out a handgun and demanded he get out of the car. The driver quickly put the car in reverse and escaped unharmed. Robbinsdale police are urging residents to be more attentive to their surroundings.
If you have to be on the phone, just make sure it's in a well-lit area if it's at night, or go to a public place like a gas station or a restaurant, maybe in their parking lot if you have to make a phone call.
The attempted carjacker was last seen getting into a 2013 black Hyundai passenger car with personalized Minnesota plate Daphne, which is believed to be a stolen vehicle. No one was hurt and no arrests have been made. The Robbinsdale School District is investigating an alleged gun incident at Sandburg Middle School. The principal of Sandburg sent out an email to parents saying a video is circulating on social media that shows a student holding what appears to be a gun inside a bathroom at Sandburg. The principal told parents they were first made aware of this late Friday evening. The district is investigating the incident but isn't sharing any other details. They did tell CCX News that a gun was not found on campus. CCX News also reached out to Golden Valley Police, who said they have not been notified of this event by district officials. CCX News did obtain the social media video in question, but because much of the information about the video remains unconfirmed, we chose not to show it. An early start to the cold and flu season continues to hit local school districts hard. In the Osseo School District, 6 schools have reached a 5% threshold over the last 2 weeks that requires alerting the state about a significant spread in flu-like illnesses. In Wayzata schools, an average of 10 to 15% of students in each building called in sick over the last 2 weeks. In Robbinsdale schools, the number's a little lower, with an average of 6% of students absent due to illness.
And this is in a population of kids and adults that have essentially been masked for the last 2.5, 3 years, whose immunity to these viruses that normally circulate in the community, the immunity is a little down. So a lot of people, including parents, are getting sick.
The Minnesota Department of Health also reports a significant rise in flu-like outbreaks. This year, 129 schools across the state reported significant absences due to illness. Last year, around this time, it was 31 schools. After seeking out bids over the past 9 months, the city of Brooklyn Park has approved a new recycling contract, sticking with its current hauler. The Brooklyn Park City Council unanimously approved a new agreement with Waste Management. It takes effect July 1st of next year. The new agreement will increase rates for households. According to city officials, rates will go up by more than $1 per month. The city sought new bids due to service issues, but received only one other bid that was much more expensive. The North Hennepin Community College Theater Department is bringing a unique musical to the stage. Here's Jason Malello with a sneak peek of the Theory of Relativity.
It's not like other plays that I've been in because there's not a clear plot line.
The Theory of Relativity is a musical that doesn't follow a traditional format.
When we did our first read-through, it was hard to understand, where are we going with this?
The actors are on stage at the same time, but telling their own stories. Katie Dismang plays Catherine, a germaphobe whose boyfriend has baked her a cake.
She's just having this dilemma of like, how am I supposed to eat this cake? There could be so many germs on it. I don't know where his hands have been.
Songs and monologues make Theory a captivating show, though. That's what drew in Amy Molds, who's acting in her first production at NHCC.
There's so many different stories and arcs and just moments in the show where you can really look back at your own life and reflect.
And as the show evolves, the audience sees the merging of these seemingly unrelated stories.
We start off kind of separated in our own little worlds, and then by the end we're all singing together like we're all a part of this play and becoming friends even though we don't really know each other.
And perhaps the show is a metaphor for connecting with people in real life.
What I would hope people would take away from it is that we're all different, but we're all human and we all live in this awesome earth and we can use it to express ourselves and to connect with one another.
In Brooklyn Park, Jason Malillo, CCX News.
The Theory of Relativity runs through November 19th at North Hennepin Community College. You've heard of people looking for a lost dog or cat. What about a lost chicken? A Brooklyn Park family had a chicken wander up right before the snow fell this week, and they've been looking for the owner ever since. Dustin Scholl caught up with the family.
Dad turns that on and voila!
I was just standing over here looking at the lights because my dad told me to grab some. Then I just hear some clucking noises. I turn around and there's just a chicken 6, maybe 8 feet away from me, and it's just right here in the middle of the driveway.
Ty and I were doing Christmas and the chicken just came right there. I thought he was just joking. He's like, hey man, there's a chicken here. I was like, what? There's a chicken right here. I was like, come down, I see it. I'm like, oh, really is a chicken.
It was kind of reddish brown. It had little white streaks and a yellow beak. I was surprised to see a chicken here because we don't live anywhere near farms or anything.
I was thinking, first of all, I was just like, this is somebody's animal. And probably they're missing it or they're worried about their animal. And then also just for the safety of the animal itself, like, yeah, it's kind of chilly outside. And so we just decided to, bring it in.
We gave it a place to stay for the night, gave it some food and stuff.
And even the girls gave the chicken a name. What'd you name it?
Riceta, because the first thing we gave her was rice.
Very mellow, just quiet and chills, and you can pick her up right now. That's a little coop that she has. Seems really happy, but we're just hoping that it finds the owner, and if not, finds a happy home.
The Brooklyn Park City Council discussed changing the city's chicken ordinance this spring to allow for 4 hens on residential properties, but the measure was tabled until after the threat of avian flu passed.
For a second straight season, the Maple Grove football team is in the Final Four of the Class 6A playoffs. Thursday night, the Crimson meet a 2021 playoff nemesis. Maple Grove's journey continues. An 11-0 record and #1 ranking in Class 6A has pushed the Crimson to the state semifinals. Maple Grove's latest playoff win came in the snow and cold last Friday. A hard-fought 24-17 victory over Eastridge.
The playoffs is about getting wins, and so it wasn't the prettiest win, but like I said, it was Eastridge, give them credit. They kept battling and they put us in a little bit of a, kind of got us on our heels there for about 5 to 10 minutes of that game. And we were fortunate to come out of that, and now we're moving on.
The Crimson are inside practicing now because the remaining prep football games in all classes are held at U.S. Bank Stadium. Certainly an exciting venue for the athletes to play in.
It's going to definitely be a lot of fun. It was just super fun environment, obviously a little bit of a new experience for me and some of these guys, but we're definitely ready to bring it to them.
I'm excited. I think everyone out here is excited, and they'll really be happy to go take it to them on Thursday.
Next up is Lakeville South, the team the Crimson lost to 13-7 in last year's Prep Bowl.
Well, they still got Carson Hansen, and he's a special player. He'd probably be Mr. Football, or he's up for it, I know. And they just play physical. They're good Minnesota, hard-nosed, come at you and make you hold up to them. And so we got to go in there and be ready to play physical against them, and hopefully for 48 minutes wearing them a little bit.
The Crimson figured they'll need a strong offensive game to beat this Cougars team. Part of their game, they believe, is still improving.
Definitely just the way we're really taking it to them more, really getting more physical with it, kind of just hitting them in the mouth over and over again instead of just trying to finesse it. That's kind of been the key to our success lately.
The winner of Thursday night's game plays either Eden Prairie or Rosemont in the Prep Bowl on December 2nd. The Armstrong girls swimming team has a handful of state qualifiers getting set for this week's state meet. Jay Wilcox has their story.
As they gear up for the state meet, there's still some excitement for the Armstrong girls swimming team about their showing at the Section 6AA meet. The Falcons won the section team title, believed to be for the first time in program history.
I think we were a contender, but since we never won before, I think it wasn't in the bag or anything. I think we were kind of surprised.
It was a very big day. First time in Armstrong history winning. Very excited, lots of energy too. At the end of the meet when they finally revealed the scores, we were all so excited, jumping up.
The Falcons qualified 2 relays and 4 individuals for the state meet. Those that have been before know what to expect at the U of M.
Yeah, it's a little bit more scary, I feel like, just because it's a bigger meet and there's a lot of really good swimmers there.
It's super fun. There's a lot of excitement and positivity in the room, and it's really exciting to see everyone progress.
Yeah, it's a very exciting meet. It's a big meet. Lots of energy, and everyone's like tapered, suited up, and excited to swim fast.
They know the competition is tough, but some of the girls have goals in mind for state.
I really want to beat the 100 back record for Armstrong, so that's one of my long-term goals.
Well, I am hoping to drop a little more time. I'm seeded 21st. I don't know if I'll get top 16, but if I could like beat a couple people, it'd be nice.
Yeah, I'm hoping to just get a best time in the 500 and just swim fast.
My goals are just to have fun and celebrate with the team as much as I can.
They hope to end the season on a good note. Jay Wilcox, CCX Sports.
Swimming prelims for Class AA are Thursday night, with finals for swimming and diving set for Friday night at the U of M. That's all for sports. I'm John Jacobson.
Find more prep sports games and highlights at ccxmedia.org and follow us on social media.